What's up, guys? Will here with another Magic Arena video for you. This time I'm gonna play a deck I have never actually played before. I've been seeing this deck a whole bunch on Arena on the ladder recently, and I want to give it a shot. It kind of harkens back to the Bant Ramp days of yore, but this is basically the new version of the Bant Ramp decks. That's gonna be your green, white, blue, mid-range green decks, and this one is kind of an evolution of that deck we've seen over the course of Standard Cycle, since more of the Spark, I would say. But basically, this is a deck that wants to be getting a bunch of mana to play, and then casting big spells, like your Voracious Hydras. So we'll get into that in a second. Your Hydra Crazies. You've got tons of efficient ways to get card advantage, like Risen Reefs, Teferis, Tamios, and then Nissa's your curve topper in the main, doubles your mana, makes elementals. We'll go over all this in detail in just a moment. So to start off, we have Llanowar Elves, which is the staple of basically every green deck in Standard currently. For 1 green mana, you get an Elf Druid 1/1, add a green. So basically, you get to play 2 lands in turn 1. Very powerful effect. You've got some more ramp creatures in Leafkin Druid. For 1 and a green, you get an Elemental 0/3. Add a green. If you control 4 more creatures, add 2 green instead. Sometimes it comes up, not as often as you'd think, but after that, we got Paradise Druid for 1 and a green, 2/1. Again, Elf Druid has hexproof as long as it's untapped, so kind of nice to have a dork that they can't just immediately lightning strike or something. And you add 1 mana of any color, which is quite good, considering you're playing a 3-color deck. Next, we got Voracious Hydra, which is a new card from M20, X for a green, 0/1 Hydra. Well, how does that work? So trample, Voracious Hydra enters the battlefield with X +1/+1 counters on it. So X is the amount of mana you paid into it. When it enters the battlefield, either double the number of counters on it, or it fights target creature that you don't control. So this can be a removal spell. This can just be a big fat fatty that you plop onto the battlefield. It's a pretty versatile card from the new set, so nice little mana sink there. Then we got Hydro Crazies. This one I'm sure most of you are familiar with, but just to go over it again, X for a green-blue Jellyfish Hydra Beast. That's a nice creature line, right? For 0/0, whenever you cast a spell, you gain half X life and draw half X cards. So gain some life, draw some cards. Nice little effect, and it's a cast trigger, so they can't counter it. Flying Trample enters the battlefield with X 1/1 counters on it. Another big mana dump. This one flies, which is a nice bonus. Draws you some cards too. Nice little card there. Then we got Deputy Detention. This is a card that I'm seeing a lot more play recently. I think it's kind of a meta call because of the way it interacts with the Scapeshift deck, which is kind of like the top deck in the format currently. Basically, you get to target a single zombie, and then this Deputy Detention checks to see if there are any other cards with the same name as that zombie token that the Scapeshift player just created, and it exiles all of them. So it undoes all the work that they do. But just to read it for you, for 1 white and a blue, for 1/3 Vidalcan Wizard. When Deputy Detention enters the battlefield, exile target non-land permanent, so like a zombie token, and opponent controls and all other non-land permanents that player controls with the same names. So and then it's kind of like an O-ring, so if this thing dies, it gets to come back, whatever you got put into play. But if it's a token, those cards don't come back at all. Pretty sweet. Nice removal spell that I'm seeing a lot more play recently in today's meta. And the Risen Reef, this is a card that has been taken standard by Storm ever since it's been printed. It's a really great card. For 1 green and a blue, you get an Elemental 1/1. When Risen Reef or another Elemental enters the battlefield under your control, look at the top card of the library. If it's a land, you put it on the battlefield tapped. If you don't put the card on the battlefield, put it into your hand. So basically, you're either getting a land or you're drawing a card. And for 3 mana, this triggers off its ETB. It triggers whenever your Leafkin Druids come into play. It's a very nice little card advantage engine that is, on the surface, it doesn't look super insane, but this is a pretty sweet card. My dog is whining, my poor pup. She's not getting enough attention right now. And then next on the list, we have Teferi Time Raveler, another Scourge of Standard. As you can see, this deck is kind of just a best of hits right now. 1 white and a blue for a 4 loyalty planeswalker. Each opponent can cast spells only anytime they can cast a sorcery. That's the static ability, super strong. +1 into your next turn, you may cast sorcery spells if they had flash, so you make them instant. And then -3 to bounce an artifact, creature, or enchantment to its owner's hand, and then you draw a card. This card is bananas. It shuts down instants. It bounces your opponent's stuff, gets you card advantage in the process. It's a huge tempo swing. I don't think I really need to talk too much about this card because it's just been seeing so much play. A lot of people have talked about this thing at length. People think it's either oppressive to the format, other people think it's great for the format. I kind of fall somewhere in between. But Teferi Time Rattler, know it, love it. It is a staple for standard for however long it's in the format. Moving on to the 4-drop slot, we've got Tamiyo, Collector of Tails for 2 green and a blue. You get a 5 loyalty Planeswalker. Spells and abilities your opponent's control can't cause you to discard cards or sacrifice permanents. So this is kind of a nice one versus Thought Erasure decks, against Priest of Forgotten Gods decks. Those discards and those sacrifice abilities are pretty relevant. I don't know, my pup-up's whining. She wants attention, or she wants to go on the porch. I'm not exactly sure. Let's keep going. +1, her ability, the next is choose a non-land card name, then reveal the top 4 cards of your library. Put all the cards with the chosen name from among them into your hand and the rest into your graveyard. So you can go searching for your Nissas, you can go searching for answers, Deputy Detention, Voracious Hydra, Teferi, any of the number stuff. And then her -3 is to return target card from your graveyard to your hand. So hey, you didn't hit on your first plus, well, the next turn you get to bring something back. So kind of like the Eternal Witness effect. Nice card there for Tamiyo. And then lastly, we talked about Nissa a little bit. I think we might have talked about her in some other videos before, but just to reiterate, 3 green for 5 loyalty. Planeswalker, whenever you tap a forest for mana, add an additional green, so that makes your mana doubled. And that, of course, includes not just your basic lands, but also your Temple Gardens, your Forest Plains, your Breeding Pool, Forest Island land type. So that lets you dump a ton of mana into cards like Voracious Hydra, Hydra Crisis late in the game. But then also it creates threats. So for +1, you put a 3/1/1 counters onto one up target non-creature land you control. So any of your lands can become a creature. You untap it, it becomes elemental with vigilance and haste. That's still a land. So not only is it creating good attackers, it's creating good blockers. It's doubling your mana. Nissa does a ton of work. It has been a staple of standard for quite some time. Again, know it, love it. This is one of the best cards out there. And then finally, it's -8. You get an emblem with lands you control have indestructible. Search the library for a number of forests, put them on battlefield tap, then shuffle the library. You don't often use what we call like the ultimate ability on the Planeswalker in this instance, but there are corner cases where it matters. So like in maybe like combat situations. But overall, Nissa's great card. Land base. Got 5 basic forests, whole bunch of dual lands, Temple of Mystery, nice one, new one from M20, Scribes, adds green and blue, great for smoothing out your draws. Definitely probably the most used one out of the bunch that I've seen so far. And moving on to the sideboard, we have Baffling End to deal with smaller creatures, exiles creature with Government Mana cost 3 or less. Devout Decree for your black-red decks, exiles star creature or planeswalker with black or red, grind 1 for 1 white sorcery. Aether Gust, 1 blue for instant. This is another color hose over M20. There's a whole cycle of these cards. Choose target spell or permanent that's red or green. Its owner puts it on the top or bottom of their library. So kind of gives them the option whether or not they want to draw that card or put it away, draw something else. Next, we got Disdainful Stroke, 1 blue, counter target spell, Government Mana cost 4 or greater. This is a counter spell you don't see super often anymore in Standard. You actually don't even see counter spells that often at all in Standard anymore because of Teferi shutting down all of the instant speed stuff. This card really constricts control decks, so you don't see Disdainful Stroke too often, but there are a lot of big mana decks in the format, so Disdainful Stroke does have relevant text. Next, we got Negate for 2 copies of this counter target non-creature spell, 1 blue instant, clean and simple. Deals with planeswalkers, ruleless spells, things like that. More Deputy Detentions if you really need them, so that's the 2 extra copies to make it up to 4. 2 Frilled Mystic. This is green, blue, 3/2 flash, elf, lizard, wizard. The Simic love their crazy creature types. When Frilled Mystic enters the battlefield, you make counter target spells. So this is not only a counter spell, but it's also a body attached. So pretty sick tempo play on that one. Nice Frilled Mystic in case you need it. Time Wipe, 2 white and a blue for a sorcery. Return a creature you control to its owner's hand, then destroy all creatures. So that's your Wrath effect in this deck. For all your aggressive creature decks, for all of your mid-range creature decks, for all of yours, you can probably bring this in against Gateshift just to whop up the zombie tokens if you really need to. So, and then last but not least, we got another copy of Voracious Hydra and a single copy of Mass Manipulation. This is XX triple blue, hard to cast but very powerful. Gain control of X-star creatures and/or planeswalkers. So they got a bunch of cool cards. Yoink, they're yours now. Mass Manipulation is great in mid-range matchups, planeswalker decks, things like that. So overall, this deck is pretty cool. I like how this Bant Ramp deck has evolved over time, so I'm interested to see how this plays. Like I said, I've never played this deck. I've only seen it played against me, so we're going to see how this goes. But just wanted to say before we get going, thank you all so much for supporting the channel so far. I really appreciate you, and I'll be continuing to make videos so long as you continue watching. So consider liking this video, give me that thumbs up, commenting down below, let me know what you thought, and then subscribing so you can get the notifications. Make sure to ring that bell, because then you'll actually get the little thing up top that tells you when the videos go live. And of course, I also stream Magic over on Twitch. So if you want to catch me playing Magic Arena live, playing all these crazy wacky decks in the standard, definitely check out the links below. I'll leave that down in the description. Follow the channel and come say hello. I'd love to have you. Finally, what was I gonna say? Oh yes. So as usual, five matches for this video. We're gonna play 5 different matches with this deck in the ranked queues. We're starting out, I think, somewhere around 95%. Mythic, we dropped down a little bit. We didn't play Mythic, or we didn't play any ranked games for a few days, and now we kind of got to work way back up. So hopefully this Bant Ramp deck will do that for us, and let's jump right in, guys. Bant Ramp, scene round 1. All right, here we are for round number 1 up against Kaigen, who's number 49 in the Mythic ranking, so yeesh. This could be a tough one. Let's see how we do. We are on the draw, it looks like, for this game. More than likely, anyway. And how's our opening hand look? I think it's a keeper. We have a Scry, so we can throw some lands down to the bottom. We have Druid on 2, Risen Reef the following turn. I think it's reasonable. Looks like our opponent took a mulligan as well, so that's always nice. They might have taken 2 mulligans. Looks like they've been going down to 5, maybe 4? Oh, boy. Rough stuff. But looks like they're going to keep this one. Maybe we could get a nice easy win in the first game here up against Kaigen, but you never know. London Mulligan definitely gives you much more of a chance to win in these games nowadays. I have definitely won on mulls to 5 in the new London Mulligan rules, so if you don't know what those are, I can always leave a link down below. Let me know what you think. Up against Mono Blue. Okay, so Temple of Mystery. Risen Reef, do we want a Risen Reef? Sure, why not? It'll trigger our other Risen Reef, so we get start getting double triggers. Warkite Marauder, okay, they're off to a fast start. This is Mono Blue aggro, I'm assuming. Basically, they're gonna play a bunch of little mini blue shitters, and they're gonna try and aggro us out. I'll throw down the Paradise Druid. And they're on a mold of 4. Oh, and if favorable wins? This is a very different version. We might actually die here. Let's see what happens. Hydrocrasis helps though. And I guess I'll throw down a Hallowed Fountain. We'll gain some life and hopefully be able to block something. Although Warkite Marauder will actually make it so this thing loses its abilities and it won't be able to block. So we might still just straight up die here. And there's a chance this doesn't even survive. Looks like they're actually the blue-white deck. So maybe this isn't just mono-blue. This is actually blue-white flyers. Alright, I'm gonna attack Risen Reef to start. We're gonna throw down Hydrocrasis for 3. Ugh, not good. We might lose against on this mold of 4. Looks like our opponent has a very good draw. Yikes. Oh boy. Alright, I'm gonna scry. Tamio's not gonna do anything. Risen Reef. Okay. Deputy. We actually don't have enough mana to cast this Deputy. That was our only hope of getting out of this. Wow, we actually lost. That's insane. They beat me on a mold of 4. I just didn't have any way to deal with what they were doing. Okay, great. Good start for the home team here. Yikes. Let's bring in more deputies. Let's bring in some time wipes, some Frilled Mystics, take out these Tamios, bring in another Voracious. I'm gonna bring in more Baffling Ends. And I'm gonna cut some of these expensive cards because we need to like actually not die. Time Wipe's a little awkward with the deputies in the deck, but I don't think we have too much of a choice. I kind of do want all my Teferis. Wow. But then again, I don't really know what else to cut. Maybe just like cut some of the dorks. Try like this. Can't believe we got beat in a Mulda 4. I was like, oh, this is gonna be easy. He's like, nope. 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 Opponent had a great draw. Guess it's by the number 49 leaderboard. Alright, I'll keep this one. We have double baffling and into some good stuff, so. They're mulliganing again. Oh man. Like I said, London Mulligan really makes it not feel like you're just desperately gonna, or you're just like hopeless in all the matchups. I'm gonna bottom this for now. We do need to find more lands, I think. We have a bunch of X spells in play that we want to cast for a lot. I foresee a Spectral Sailor coming down. Yep, there it is. Now, the one nice thing about the Blue-White Flyers matchup versus the matchup that's like just mono blue, they have a lot less counter spells. So I'm gonna go ahead and just, we actually could, no, never mind. I'm gonna Baffling End the Warkite because that's the card that really gets us. This thing isn't doing much quite yet. We need some land drops though. Not finding a land that's pretty rough. If we can find land next turn, we can go like ramp creature, and then also Baffling End. All right, poke me. There we go. So here's what we're gonna do. Paradise Druid. Baffling End. Kill the Executioner. And the reason we're killing Executioner instead of the Spectral Sailor is because the second ability on this card lets them exile our big creatures. So we have a chance to potentially block the Spectral, whereas we're not likely to be able to deal with the Hanged Executioner if it removes our blockers. So I'm gonna go ahead and play a Voracious for full retail because I want to fight down the Empyrean Eagle while they don't have mana up for it. So 1, 2, 3. Let's fight. We still don't have any blockers in play quite yet, but we do have Krasis next turn, so not in the worst possible shape, but and looks like they're flooding out. So I'm gonna go ahead and attack to start. And let's Krasis. Worst case scenario, if they counter, we have a Land Orels potentially if we draw a land. Nope, wrong land, but we did draw one. Look out, Dispersal? Ugh. Big yikes. My girlfriend's having difficulty opening a door. Okay. So here's the deal. Actually, do this. Let's do it like this. Deputy Detention. And now we're gonna have 4 mana. So what we're gonna be able to do here is Hydra for 2. Fighting the Spectral. Swinging for 3. And they only have 1 creature in play. We have a lot of power on board. We should be in okay shape. They're flooding out. Let's get in there for much damage as possible. Play a Risen Reef. Take action. Enters tapped. Land Orels. Passing the turn. And that should be game, but we'll see. Warhammer Marauder, don't think that's gonna do it. I mean, they do have blocks for these guys. Oh no, they're gonna attack. Okay. Let's swing with everything. Did they like settle the wreckage? No. Okay, they're just trying to scare me here. Okay. So that went pretty well for us. I don't think we changed too much. Yeah, I think everything we have here is fine. Like I said, their deck isn't super heavy on counter spells. They did have that Lookout Dispersal, which I didn't expect. Maybe it's worth bringing in negates if you think that you want to deal with those types of cards. But overall, I just want to have a high density of removal and creatures. So let's see what Game 3 brings for us. This sounds good, I think. Siren Stormtamer on 1 is always pretty annoying, though. Gotta admit. And a Warkite, huh? Okay. So, I could just fight it down. Might be worth it. Yeah, let's just fight it. Just a removal spell, basically. That's kind of nice. Okay. Can't cast it quite yet, though. I can't really cast anything, actually, in this turn. Let's do this. Nope, didn't want to do that. Let's try this again. There we go. Maybe they have Pirates, Lookout, Dispersal, whatever. They did not. So now we got a good blocker for these 1/1s. My big fear is that they get Safara down, but I guess we do the Deputy for that, so. Let's see if they have her. Empyrean Eagle. Okay. I guess I'll block. Just take it down. 'Cause here's the thing, we actually can't really deal with this Empyrean Eagle without the Stormtamers in play, unfortunately. So I'm gonna play Deputy. I'm gonna target the Eagle. He's gonna sack Stormtamer response, of course. And now we're kind of in a little bit of trouble. They're down to not many cards, but they are picking us for 4 currently, and they can draw a card by end step if they really want to. Another Stormtamer. Okay. Yikes. Alright, Teferi coming down. See if they have a negate in hand. They probably do. Wow. Okay. Not much we can do about that one. Baffling is pretty good, though. I mean, sort of. Actually, is it good? No, we go to 3. I needed a time wipe. I shouldn't have done that. That was a mistake. I needed, like, time wipe, basically, specifically, in order to not die here. I might have a counter spell anyway. Although, no, they're savvy. We're dead. All right, GG. Yikes. All right, well, that was a rough round 1. Kind of got stuck there on just not finding a lot of action, and then our opponent just drew a lot of Siren Stormtamers, so not much we could do with that one. I think we played okay, but could be wrong. All right, I'll see you guys in round number 2. As always, we play 5 rounds. I don't know if I mentioned that earlier. I got that streamer brain. I can never remember anything. So going on to round number 2 out of 5. All right, here we are for round number 2. Up against Liger ZX. They're in the 90-something percentile as well, so maybe we'll have a better chance this time. Ooh. Okay, this hand's very interesting. Mostly because we actually can't cast a fairy. I'm gonna keep it because I just hate mulliganing more than anything. But hopefully we find a blue and white source. There you go. Might be up against a mirror match here. We'll see. Looks like it. Lanarel's coming in late as always. Perhaps they were just straight Simic. Jade Light. I see. Okay. Wow. Just land. I like that.
I know my responsibility.
Bounce the leaf, kid.
There goes nothing.
So we can actually block the Jade Light. Since they managed to just draw 2 lambs off it. I mean, it's still pretty good. It's like a Mull Drifter, effectively, but at the very least, they can block on the ground. I'm guessing that they are the not scape ships, sorry, the quasi-duplicate, which is going to make token copies of Jailer Ranger and stuff deck, and like have Dexes of Fame, things like that. That'd be my best guess as to what they're up to. We're gonna try and see if we can get him here, though.
The land fights for us.
They're gonna block the Jade Light. I like that. Less things to deal with as far as quasi-duplicate's concerned. Cavalier Thorns. Okay, that's a pretty good one. Not gonna lie. There's a quasi-duplicate, as I suspected. So create tokens, copy target creature you control. They got Cavalier Thorns in their hand, or in play. Let's get Tamio down. I think what I want to find is like a Voracious Hydra, maybe. They don't have a ton in their graveyard at the moment. But let's see, what can we find? Actually, Deputy Detention would be a good one. Let's see if we can find that. We did not.
Be wary of the ground you walk on.
Let's get Paradise Druid down. Leafkin Druid. Land Orels. Let's gum up the ground real nice.
I've got it.
No reason to attack. I mean, I guess I could. They'd kill one of them and be attacked through the Wildgrowth Walker, I suppose, but we don't have any main deck mass manipulations, so unfortunately, we're not going to get to do any of that crazy shenaniganry, but yeah, so this is pretty good for them. I can bounce the token if I want next turn. I don't know if I do, though. Another Cavalier. Okay. Maybe we can mill them out. That'd be pretty cool. Oh, never mind. Their Nexus is faded. Never mind. No milling. No mill in this scenario, unfortunately. Nothing in our yard we really care about. Let's search for Deputy Detention.
To the library.
There we go. That's what we wanted to see.
I'll protect you.
Targeting. Yoink.
Harness the elements.
Let's attack with everything we got. Get in there with everything we got. They'll kill a Paradise Druid, that's fine, but they're taking a bunch of damage here. We got blockers galore. Maybe they've got like Jade Light Ranger in hand. They can quasi-duplicate it to gain a bunch of life of Bogrowth Walker. Or they're going to quasi-duplicate a Risen Reef. What else do we want to find on our following turn? We could get a Voracious Hydra from our yard too with Tamio. I think Teferi probably bouncing something is going to be the next play as well. Feels like we're in good shape here. Okay, quasi-duplicating Wildwood Walker. I'm guessing they want to... They must have an Explore creature in hand. Or they're trying to find one. There it is. So now they're going to gain a bunch of life. You got it. Yep. I could bounce both of them, potentially. I could get a... Teferi at my yard, but I think I'm just going to pick up a... what I'm going to do is I'm going to bounce this one. Let's go grab a Voracious Hydra.
I have learned much from my ancestors.
Do this for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I get it for 8. Oh, I thought I could do for more than that. Oh well. I'm fighting here.
Rise, my elemental friend.
Attack. And they're 20 life, but I feel like we're in alright shape here. I'm gonna cast this for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 for 4, I guess. They don't have much in the way of anything they can really do at this point. I'm probably not playing even super optimally here, but I don't think it really matters. Quasi-duplicate's kind of a good one to hit off the top of their deck, though. I don't think... Actually, they do have enough mana for Nexus of Fate if they find it. Quasi-duplicate the Risen Reef. Okay, they did not find it. Well, they're not going to be able to cast it. Land. Final card in hand. Walker. Okay. Draw. Okay. Is this an easy win here? Pretty close. Let's plus.
No, I am
Let's
not making
minus. Get back Voracious.
I follow the tracks of the wise.
Do this for... we just need it for 6 at the very least. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we can do this for 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So we can do this for 10. Oh, they didn't do it right. They screwed me. Auto tapper struck again. Didn't tap my Ghost of Fortune for some reason. Or Lana Wells even for that matter. Tap one of my creature lands. Don't really understand that one. That's okay.
Behold, nature's true power.
They should just be dead to the 8/9 trample, the 4/4 trample, but make mistakes, don't get punished. That's the name of the game. Opponent drew kind of weakly, I would say, probably. I don't know. They didn't find like any of their Nexus of Fate. They did make a ton of Cavalier Thorns, but we were able to answer pretty easily. I mean, this is Trample, my guy. Maybe they don't realize it. It's easy to forget. That sort of thing. Because this is what? 5 here automatically, 4 in the air, so yeah, they're just done. And they have 3 unblocked. Yeah, GG. Alright, cool. Glad we figured that out. Okay, so against the crazy deck, we definitely want more deputy detentions. Rage Aside is good. Time Up's a little awkward with all these, what's it called? The Cavaliers. Baffling Gun's good for exiling stuff. I don't exactly know what the cuts are here. Tameo felt a little awkward. Most of their deck is ETBs, so maybe we just cut Tameos. Not Tameos, Teferis. And then Tameo was fine to finding answers. I kind of want Mass Manipulation too, though. Just cut a couple dorks. Keep 4 Nissas around. I don't know if we want Frilled Mystic or not. We might. Maybe we'd just rather have that than their... Just to deal with like their Cavaliers and stuff on the stack. I'll try it like this. I don't know if that's correct. Tameo might just be better there, so we can just like pick up answers out of our yard like we did that game. But we will see. There's a chance they bring in things like Mass Manipulation or counter spells. And now that we sided out our fairies, which might have been a mistake, those counter spells would be more effective. Our Temple of Mystery. Another deputy. I guess that's fine. They don't have a ton in the way of removal, so deputy is good. It looks like they're off to a slow start. So land where else for us. Glacial Forge tap. Say go. See what they find. Risen Reef. That's probably going to get hit with the baffling end. I guess the more mana efficient play would be the deputy, but I'd rather save deputy for other things. Oh man, well, we would have gotten a nice deputy turn. That's okay. I guess I'm doing it now. Swing of another one. Man, now I feel kind of silly, of course, because we got the 2-for-1 there. They would have gotten a lot of advantage on their following turn with the Risen Reef having double triggered, but Deputy, we do kind of need to save these for their Cavaliers. Those are huge roadblocks and deal a ton of damage. And there's Tameo. What does Tameo do? Searching for naming. A Risen Reef. They didn't find it. Or I'm gonna scry first, see what they do. See what I find. Breeding Pool. I think I deputy this.
I have learned little here.
I thought I got a land drop. Poke in for 2. I don't know if they're gonna have Cavalier. They probably will. I think if they had Cavalier, they would have cast it there, maybe, but Jade Light probably puts Leafkin in the graveyard, and a Nexus of Fate, I'm guessing maybe that stays on top? It's going back in the deck if they want to throw it away. Yeah, they're gonna keep that on top. Oh no, did they throw it away? They must have thrown it away. And a shuffle just did really quick. And a quasi-duplicate. Okay, so they're gonna copy that. Duplicate on top so they can easily pitch that. Land Royals probably goes to the yard. Okay. Opponent's gonna get a lot of Explore going on. Let's Risen Reef. Take action. Nissa's pretty sweet. Risen Reef again. Take action. Enter steps. No attacks, of course. Now I kind of just want to find a deputy so we can get rid of all these tokens that they're going to make. Because these Explore triggers are going to get them a lot of card advantage. They're leaving Leafkin on top, which is interesting. I guess I'm just taking it for now. Could have maybe chumped with the Lana Rails or something just to preserve our life total. Duplicating again. Are they just going to leave Leafkin on top again? No, they're pitching it this time. And a Ceratops. Ceratops is quite good in this matchup, I would imagine. All right, Risen Reef down. Let's see if we can get a whole bunch of advantage. Take action, enter steps. Draw that, like that. Take action, enter steps. We'll throw down Nissa.
I will protect the virtue of this world.
Temple Garden.
Be wary of the ground you
And I guess I'm gonna Baffling End a Jade Light. And say go. Might have to start really blocking though. Ceratops come down, don't forget to give it haste. Yeah, they sure do. And that's gonna get trampled too. Pretty sweet. I probably just throw these Wisdom Reefs on the bus now. But let's see. So just get rid of all these things. We don't really need them anymore. We're killing a token, taking some damage, but we're gonna get more blockers here in a second. We just gotta find something though. Oh, come on, man. Really? Kind of just on all lands.
rise, my elemental friend.
We can take another hit from Ceratops. Or we could double block it. No, we can't double block because then we're dead. So we have to actually just take a hit from Ceratops here, I think. Nexus. That probably is just game, I'd imagine. Because this gets Trample. They'll get a bunch of their stuff back. Well, they'll get Tameo back, probably. Oh, it's got Pro Blue. I'm dead anyway. So I'm just dead. That was the game. Never mind. I forgot Pro Blue is a thing. Okay. Well. They got Ceratops in their deck. So what do you think about that? Probably bought a time wipe. Just have an out. And run it back. These Frilled Mystics look a little silly in the face of shifting Ceratops, so hopefully we don't get just wrecked here. Just need a strong draw. Yeah, just quasi-duplicate like over and over again with that that one Jade Light Ranger really got us there. I kind of had to use, I kind of blew my deputy detention pretty early. So that kind of got me there, I think. God, I don't think I can keep this. I mean, I can go Lana Rails into Leafkin Druid, but it's pretty slow. I'm gonna mulligan. I'll keep this one. And I'm gonna pitch a land here. We'll find more lands most likely, and we got some ramp going on, so hopefully they don't have a fast draw. All right, Leafkin coming down. No land yet, but we'll find it eventually. Leafkin there. Okay. Risen Reef. Wow. Okay, we didn't find land still. That's not good for us. And we have Deputy to deal with some of their things, but we really needed to find lands there. Our Deputy's probably gonna have to hit this Risen Reef. I'm assuming they'll find land. Yep. So they have land worlds too. Damn, that sucks. Okay. Wow. All right, we're gonna have to hit Risen Reef. You know what I could have done actually? I could have Voracious Hydra there and just fought it. It'd only be a 1-2, so it'd be kind of a waste, but these deputies are pretty valuable. Wild Growth. No Jade Light to follow up, that's good. There we go. Let's see. Since they didn't have it immediately, I think I'll hold on for a second. This adds 2 mana now, so we can go Paradise, and then I'll play Breeding Pool untapped, play Land Worlds. Now we got a bunch of mana in play. Should be able to get these Hydras down for a pretty good amount of mana next turn, depending on what they do here. Nexus of Fate, well that doesn't really do much. They're obviously trying to find something, then they don't have a whole lot in hand if they're Nexusing. If they're just blowing Nexuses. Oh. Well, I'm just gonna do this. I don't mind getting a Wild Growth Walker out of the way. And they conceded. Okay. Cool. Well, I guess they found no action and they knew we were just gonna start dropping crazy shit here soon, so sweet. All right, we got game number 2. Let's see how we can do in round number 3. See you guys in a second. All right, on to round number 3 up against Overlook 360. They're in the 94 percentile, a little bit higher than us. We're at 96 currently on the play for this one, and this hand seems reasonable. Nothing fancy, just some rampant and voracious, but we will get there hopefully. All right, turn 1 Temple Gardens, they go. They are on Temple of Silence. This could be vampires, this could be Esper, I imagine. Those are my 2 best guesses. I guess I'm going Paradise Druid first. There's some relevant, you know, text to Leafkin Druid that lets me trigger Risen Reef. It being an elemental, of course. And this Paradise Druid won't die immediately. I'm not going to bother attacking this turn. I don't want to lose the Paradise Druid quite yet. I don't know what they're playing exactly. I guess there's a chance they could cry here just to kill it, but I doubt they would do that. I don't know what they're on. They went black-white land, black-white dual land, Temple into Godless Shrine, and no cards cast. So considering they didn't have any 1-drops, I'm guessing it's not vampires, and it's probably Esper just missing blue. Let's see what they got. Legion's End. Okay. Can live with that, I guess. Are they just kind of like Orzhov control? Maybe. I guess I'm just throwing on Teferi for now.
Sorry I'm late.
I'll plus.
Oh, I've
See what happens. I don't want to blow this Voracious quite yet until I see what my opponent's really up to. If I... Oh, okay, so they are vampires. I guess they're just off to a pretty slow draw, maybe. Are they gonna throw something into play? No, they're not. Weird. Okay. Well, in that case, I'm just gonna Voracious for a bunch. Actually, no, hold on. We want to hold on to Voracious, probably. I'm gonna attack Sorin.
That was the act of a coward.
And next turn, we could probably fight whatever they play. They could potentially maybe like throw a Vampire down, sack it, kill a Paradise Druid. That seems pretty weak. They're just going to pitch Sorin entirely. Probably getting the 4/4 into play. Yep, there's Champion of Dust. Draw some cards. Their hand is very strange. They don't really seem to have a whole lot. Another one, okay. Another champion.
Welcome to the
Interesting. So we can play this guy for 5. Right? Yeah. Fight. And what I'm actually going to do here, since they can't immediately replay the champion, I'm going to bounce it.
I've got time.
Though they'll need to definitely get something down to protect with this Sorin. I don't know what's in their hand. Is it just straight up... Okay, there's some 1-drops. Do they have a removal spell now for Voracious? Okay. Seems reasonable. And I'm guessing they'll put a counter on the Vicious. It's pretty good.
Blood calls to your soul.
Let's do this. I'm gonna bounce this. We'll cash in our Teferi here. Draw a card. Find another land, unfortunately. I guess I probably should have scryed first. Well, let's get rid of Sorin. Temple of Mystery.
Always return.
Another land. Lanorels. Say go. We don't have a whole lot of action going on. But we've taken down 2 Sorins at this point. And Legion Lieutenant. So I guess they were just like... I don't know, were they just like... holding back stuff for some reason? Bomb the land. Do this as much as I can. Or I could do this to kill Legion Lieutenant and then attack with Paradise Druid. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. They might just trade, but I'm cool with that, I think. They pay 2? Oh, hold on a sec. Thought I had enough mana. Cancel. I guess I could do this for 7? 1, 2. Oh no, only for 6. If I'm doing it this way. Okay, miscounted. Sorry about that, y'all. There we go. Fighting, Legion Lieutenant. I'm gonna swing a parody, so... I think I'm perfectly cool with trading this in this scenario. Man, they're playing a lot of comes into play tap lands. I don't like that in these vampire decks. I think you really just want to be playing nothing but mana that lets you play your 1-drops on time. Curving out is, of course, the most important thing. They're getting close to another champion play here. They have a lot of cards in hand. We really need some action. But I think our plays have been fine. Do they have more removal for the Voracious is the question. They might have something. They're not playing it, whatever it is. Man, this is ridiculous. Drawing a lot of lands. I guess this is what this deck does. Mortify, maybe? It's gotta be like a Mortify, right? Or a Cast Down. There's the Mortify. Okay. Temple, see if we can put some more lands to the bottom. Lanorels, good lord. Can I find like a Nissa? Can I find a Hydrokrasis? That'd be great. I have so many good cards to find in my deck and I'm just not drawing them. Maybe their hand can't possibly be only lands. Their hand's got to just be fully gas. So I don't know what they're like slow rolling me for. It's a little weird. All right, y'all. I don't mean to be complaining, but this is ridiculous. The flood is really bad right now. Hydrokrasis will put us right back in this game at this point, and we're just not gonna draw it. Because that's how this game's going. Oh, Sanctum Seeker. Come on, man. That sucks. Very annoying. I'm just gonna block here, just try and keep their life total in check. Cool. Just didn't get to play Magic towards the end. Very nice. We put so many lands at the bottom of our deck too. All right, anyway. Hate to be the guy who complains, but that's pretty annoying. Devout Decree, baffling in, comes in for sure. Probably can cut these Tamios. Voracious Hydra, Deputy Detention seems great. Time Wipe seems reasonable. I think that's probably where we're at. These Teferis are not amazing. They don't play a ton of instant speed cards. I guess I can cut like one of these Dorks. And then maybe, just maybe, we want these Frilled Mystics instead of these Nissas. Time Wipe, of course, being a little awkward with Deputy Detention in our deck being more of now. I could see Mass Manipulation as well, too. Maybe cut like one Risen Reef for it. Actually, no, it's a little slow. It is good against like some of their draws, but I don't know. Could be wrong. Maybe we just want more Nissas and more stuff like that, but if we can find our good removal spells like Deputies and Voracious Hydras, time wipe them at some key moment, we should be okay. But it felt a little unlucky to lose that one, personally. All right, opponent is sideboarding, and here we are. All right, game number 2 in round number 3. I'm gonna keep this one. It's got some answers. We have some Dorks, so we'll buy on the Forest for now. I don't think we need it at the moment. We'll see though. And they're on their fast draw this time, so Legion's Landing coming in hot. Just a 1/1 at the moment, but still pretty good. Paradise Druid. Yeah, no blocks. Probably wind up baffling in their next play, depending on what it is. Another Legion's Landing. Alright, I don't really care about that so much. Here we go. I don't know why I'm paying life for this. That's probably a mistake. I guess I just didn't want to open up my Paradise Druid to being killed, but they're eventually going to die anyway from Time Wipe, so whatever. Here comes Sauron. Putting down a champion to us. Okay. You got it. Draw a bunch of cards. Man, this is a tough one to beat. Baffling does not do much against the champions. That is for sure. Voracious was a good draw, though. I guess what I'm going to do in that case is play this guy for a whole bunch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And fight the champion. Take that guy out of the equation. They have a whole lot of cards in hand, though. I guess what's kind of cool is now we can time wipe and bounce the Voracious back to our hand. We won't have as much mana in play as a result because we'll be killing all of our Dorks. But if we need it, that's kind of cool. Kind of cool way to wipe the board and then have another removal spell as backup. Let's see if they have cast down or anything to do with our Voracious immediately. If they don't, we should be able to get rid of the Sorin. Sanctum Seeker. Okay. That's not too bad. They're going to attack with a token, I assume. No, they're not. Ooh. Kind of sweet here. Okay. Let's eat their tokens. And then I'm going to swing with the Voracious. And one... Actually... No, not one Paradise. I'm gonna make him choose if he wants to keep it in play or not. Because we could basically throw a Paradise Druid under the bus. But it looks like they're gonna try and block. Check and respect.
Mortals never learn.
Get that card off the table. It appears they don't have an immediate removal, and they're gonna scoop it up. Okay, sweet. On to game number 3. I don't think we really need to change a whole lot. I kind of like where we're at. I might go ahead and cut one Risen Reef and bring in just another Nissa. It is a little bit slow-ish, but it's a good top-end threat to deal with what they're doing. So let's try it out. I don't know if it's better to have Teferi over Risen Reef in this matchup just because the bounce effect is relevant. They don't play a ton of instant speed, so you're not really shutting down that end of their game. But my only thing is, like, you bounce something, they have multiple threats on board, so you get to kill your Teferi anyway. That's my thought process. I'm gonna keep this. I'm just gonna hope that they don't have too fast of a draw. Legion's Landing is not the worst of the worst. Temple of Mystery. A lot of our lands come to play tapped, though. Definitely bottoming a Nissa. Now we're, of course, getting punished for putting more Nissas in our deck. We draw all of them. Literally drew all of them. Alright. Lanorels. I'm playing Breeding Pool. Next turn we can Deputy something. Probably should just mulligan this hand. These Nissas are pretty bad at this point, but that's a nice draw. I mean, it's not a nice draw. It is a nice way to Deputy. As long as they don't have a removal spell immediately, you should be in okay shape. I wonder if then I should have probably been bringing in Veil of Summers. No! Drill Bit? Drill Bit? Oh no, our Deputy! Rip. Yeah, I'll take. Maybe they have a removal spell and they just get to kill this anyway. But that was pretty cool. Top deck champ over here. They're not immediately killing that, they're bottoming. Please no removal spell. Legion's End. Okay. That's sweet, because that actually doesn't deal with the Deputy. Although next turn, of course, we can't cast Nissa. And they're scooping? Okay. I didn't really feel like they were in that bad a shape, but I'll take it. Let me get some gold. Look at us go. Let's get a pack to celebrate. Have all the M20, so let's get some War of the Spark. Mythic Wildcard. All right. Cool, going into round number 4. Let's see how we do. We're now 2-1, I believe. Got that goldfish memory, so I can't remember. I think we lost just the once. All right, up against Tauro Yamada, number 453 on the leaderboard. That name sounds familiar for some reason. I'm not sure if they're a pro player or not. They might be. Yeah, that champ top deck saved us that match for sure. Got a little lucky. Ooh, looks like we're up against maybe mono red or the Cavalcade of Calamity deck. Let's see. Unfortunately, we are gonna have to pay some life here to get this Lanorels down. Could think about blocking here, depending on what they do. Fanatical Firebrand. I'm gonna go ahead and guess that this Fanatical Firebrand just goes ahead and pops Lanorels. Yep, there we go. Scorch Spitter gonna kick us for 2 again. I guess I'm gonna leave Kindred here. Or you know what might have been better? Might have been better actually to play Paradise Druid, because now we got Risen Reef. Yeah. And we could have traded. Taking a bunch of damage off this Cavalcade. Alright, we're gonna block. Arena, let me block. Thank you. Opponent playing some Spice. Okay, let's do this for 1. I will fight. And now we can actually block. So that's not too bad. No, well, that's gonna be annoying. Yeah, because we actually can't block that now. Yikes.
I'm known for my excellent timing. Don't worry, I got this.
No reason to bounce any of the creatures there. Because now he's got to replay Cavalcade, and he can attack, but I'm gonna block something. because he can't just make this unblockable immediately. I don't think this deck's very good personally. I played with a decent amount myself. I don't think it's amazing, but right now it's looking pretty sweet. I would have loved to have been able to bounce Voracious and replay it. I don't think that's gonna happen though. I wonder if they'd like throw away a creature here just to kill the Teferi or not. Actually, they can still do it because Cavalcade will target it. Or even just Sword Spitter. They're definitely thinking about it. I don't think Teferi is super relevant here, so I'm kind of okay with this. And actually, we have another Teferi in the tank as well. They're definitely considering it. Oh, they're just going face. They just want to kill me. I mean, it makes sense. I'm gonna kill the Tin Street. Please let me block. Thank you, Arena. This Tin Street can be unblockable.
Trust me, I have a plan.
I guess I'm just playing another Teferi.
I can go longer. Stand by and watch. This might be a bad idea.
I'm going no attacks. I don't know if that was good enough to really do much here, but man, we're drawing no lands. Okay. Plussing. Risen Reef, I guess. Take action. Anissa, I don't think it's gonna do it. We need removal. I'll happily trade here, I think. Ooh, they're playing black too? Oh, that actually just kills me, right?
Better than having planned. Say hi to my fiery
Or does
friends.
it? Well, I can trade Arena. Why? What's with this? Here and here? I go to 1. I don't think I can kill Chandra. Well, now I can. I definitely
Like it.
pull one to the bottom, but anyway.
Behold, nature's true power.
Alright, I mean, we're dead here unless we can draw like Hydroid, most likely. But War Boss, GG. Alright. That was kind of a tough one. We were kind of getting back towards the end there, but didn't quite get there. Alright, Deputy for sure. All this expensive stuff's got to come out. Oops. Voracious is probably fine. Devout Decree, Baffling End for sure. Beyond that, I don't think it's necessary to bring anything else. We just got to be real cheap. Actually, Time Light's probably fine too. Do we just want, like, instead of these Teferis, like, more cheap stuff? Aether Gust could be okay. Negate could be okay. I guess we'll try it. It's better than I think it's better than Teferi. Teferi was just a 3-mana stopgap measure. And our opponent is doing some extensive sideboarding. I'm curious to see what the black is for. We didn't really, I don't think we saw any black cards. All we saw were the red ones. So maybe black's just in for the sideboard. So you can play, like, you know, your color hosers and that color for these green decks. I forget what that card's called. 1 in a black, exile or destroy target green or white creature planeswalker. I don't remember the name of it. All right, here we go. This hand's okay. We got stuff. It's not fast stuff, but it's stuff. Stuff nonetheless. Scorched Spitter. Okay. I'm gonna throw it on Paradise Druid. Get this party started. Next turn, we've got Baffling End or potentially Deputy Detention. Voracious will be good too. There's 10th Street. I'm just gonna trade, I think. Please let me click. Oh my goodness. Oh, hell yeah. Land, please. Oh! Damn it. God, a land there would have been so savage. Okay. Well, here we go. Next turn, I can Voracious something. Ping, ping. Arena's not letting me block every single combat. Pretty annoying. I'm clicking. I'm clicking. Down to 15. Chandra's Spitfire. Probably got to actually Baffling End this now. Passing. We're gonna take another 3 points. 4 points. God, a blue source would be so sick here. Are y'all seeing this? I seriously can't click. Arena's functionality does leave some stuff, something to be desired sometimes. Okay. They're oopsing me. I don't think they actually are really meaning to oops me, to be honest. I think they have a removal spell that they're just kind of, yeah, they're just being dicks. All right, I'm gonna concede. They're just being dicks, trying to like game me or something. Like, oops, I accidentally did this. Yeah, they're just being dicks. All right, we're 2-2 going to last round. See what we can do. That deck was pretty cool, but man, that felt like a bad matchup, I should say. We're not much in the way of mass removal against them. We didn't find our blue sources. It's tough in these tough to deal with these really aggressive decks in these 3 color decks. I'm not convinced that if mono red and stuff like that comes back, that these decks will survive, but we'll see. That seems reasonable. I guess I'll go Temple of Mystery in turn 1, and we'll go from there. Or I could go Hallowed Fountain turn 1. I guess I'll Temple, see if we can find like a trying to see here. I don't think there's any way we can play it where we don't take 2 damage, so here's what it is. Opponent is really thinking about this mulligan decision. Okay, here we go. Temple of Mystery. Scry. I don't think we need another Nissa right now, especially since we don't know what we're up against. Black, Knight of Legion. Okay, I'm guessing vampires, but it also could be Rakdos. In that case, I'm gonna go ahead and play the Leafkin for now. I guess we could... No, Hinterland Harbor doesn't even do it. Okay, so they are definitely black-red Rakdos aggressive aggro deck. Oh, God. Oh, my God. Deputy Detention on the top, please. That would have been so savage. Okay. Well, I guess what I'm doing here... Playing this for 2 and fighting something. It's not the best, but I think we do need to get rid of these things while we can, while we still have the chance. Lander's definitely a little awkward though. I'm gonna take up their turn, see what happens. This Voracious has done its job, I would say. Get Nissa down.
We will not fail. Harness the elements.
They won't be able to kill Nissa, even if they attack with both. So I'm not even gonna bother blocking, I don't think. Phoenix, though, is kind of annoying. Might wind up just bouncing that. Or we could play Krasis for a bunch.
The land shall conquer you.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Or hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Big place for 10, right? Oops. Or no, we have 11, so we can play for 9. And hopefully they don't just have a removal spell immediately, because we didn't really draw very well. We didn't draw well at all. This is a game where the ultimate for Nissa might be relevant, because making these undestructible blockers against these knights is pretty reasonable. Again, definitely just gonna block the Phoenix. Nope, they're gonna concede. Okay, sweet. No answer to the 9/9 feels pretty good. Okay, definitely want Devout Decree, definitely want Baffling Ends. I don't think Aether Gust is relevant. Voracious Hydra's good, Deputies are good, Time Wipe's okay, Frilled Mystic's fine. Veil Summer could be okay as well. Don't want Tamias, I don't think. We can probably shave some Dorks. We can probably cut either Risen Reef or Teferi. I'm not sure which is gonna be better. Try like this maybe. I don't know. It's hard to tell. A lot of decks in Standard are really trying out a lot of new things, so it's hard to tell exactly what's in their deck based on just those first few turns. All I really saw was Knight of the Ebon Legion and Rekindling Phoenix. I'm guessing they might have Skargan Hellkites in their deck. They might have Dreadhorde Butchers in their deck, all of which is reasonable to expect. Teferi can bounce a lot of that stuff, which is kind of okay, especially a Dreadhorde Butcher that's grown too big. But like Risen Reef is an okay turn 3 play, but it doesn't block very well. I don't know. It's hard to say. This is a hand I think I mulligan. Doesn't have much action. This hand is pretty bad too. Jeez. I'm gonna keep it. And I think I'm gonna pitch one of these Frilled Mystics if we don't have any blue sources. Now they have Legion already. Yikes. I'm gonna play a Llanowar Elves off the Temple Garden first, because there's a chance if we drop blue source we can play Teferi next turn. And let's see if they find like Dreadhorde Butcher. I think I trade for sure. Other Legions, and no, that gets one in my hand too. Oh, that's so nasty. Okay. Well, opponent's down to 3 cards in hand until 1/2 in play, and we would have had it. We would have had it, man. What a bummer. Hopefully they just like play land and pump Knight or something, and not much else happens on their turn. Interesting. Spawn of Mayhem. Okay. All right, let's get Teferi down. I'm gonna bounce the spawn. It's not the best play in the world, but Baffling End at least can kill one of these things. How does... I can't remember how... Yeah, I think you have to hit the player to get this thing going, so... Interesting.
Don't worry.
He doesn't have reach or anything, right? Yeah, probably just Baffling End on the Knight. And we're gonna try and find a way to deal with this spawn. It's not gonna be easy. We've got some outs in our deck that we could draw, but Deputy Detention would be great here. Ugh, damn.
Here we go.
We can't even play this. I just have to counter their next turn and then hope I draw Deputy. Oh wait, I'm actually no, I'm just dead, right? I'm just dead because I'm at 8. Never mind, I'm just dead. Concede. Never mind, because I take 2 points, go down to 8. They have 8 power in play. Rip. Okay. Ooh, that was pretty nasty. Nissa not looking at her best here. That's for sure. I wonder if like a Disdainful Stroke is worth it. Because Disdainful Stroke can technically counter the spawns. And it can counter Phoenix. So maybe that's actually reasonable. Alright, let's see if we can get this final game in this round. We'll hopefully, fingers crossed, you know? Ah, God, I don't think I can keep it. I got them all again. Oh, this is even worse. Even worse. The last hand just had no action, and this is just even worse. So, pretty rough. Rough beats. I guess I'll pitch one of the breeding pools. And maybe I'll probably just use the Veil to draw a card whenever they play their 1-drop next turn. Maybe they mulligan to Oblivion. Maybe they like go turn 1 Duress. I don't know. Maybe that'll be our 1 out. God, Deputy Detention. We had 4 in our deck. Would have been so nasty. Okay. I'll play Paradise. They didn't have a 1-drop this game. They might have the... Okay, Rick's Modded. That's not so bad. At least they're not off to a fast start. Sample Stroke's kind of sweet. Go ahead and... Well, they can't... They could potentially. So actually what I will do here is... Just do that. So there you go. If they attack and play a land or something... If they attack, I'm guessing they have... If they attack, I'm almost surely that they have the spawn. So I'm going to take the 2 damage here. And let's see if it pays off. See if this pays off. Of course, then the next one they probably follow up with like... Oh wow, they're not going to do anything. Okay. I'm going to Leafkin. This blocks the Rick's Body at the very least. And then we can also hold up Veil of Summer and Disdainful Stroke. No attacks. Passing the turn. I gotta play really tight here, and it's gonna be difficult. We need to find like a Haymaker. I'm not sure if we took out too many Haymakers in our deck. We still have lots of other things. I guess I Veil. Deppy's a good draw. And we still have the Disdainful Stroke available. Okay, that's fine. I think now I probably do just block. See what they do. I'll trade here now. They know I've got Disdainful Stroke. They're definitely going to play around it. Oh man, this Deputy would have been so good. I keep getting punished. All right, Temple. Definitely don't want Teferis. I did bottom that, right? Arena didn't screw me. All right. I think I leave up the Stroke here. I just don't want them to do anything too crazy. All right. All right, let's get Teferi down.
Right on schedule.
I am going to bounce this just so we can find extra cards. It's not great, obviously, because they get to replay it and get a little bit extra value, get to loot again. But that's okay. Looks like their hand's kind of crappy for the most part. Do they have an answer if it's a fair? They do. Lightning Strike. Okay. That's fine.
What?
Lanorels. Alright, I'll deputy this for now. Just to get it off the table. While still holding up to Sample Stroke. Passing. Just want to make sure they can't cast their crazy stuff. Do they have removal for this? They probably do. It's very hard to play around this deck because everyone's got different builds. There's no like definitive red-black Rakdos aggressive deck at the moment. Okay, Bedevil. Pitching. You got it. And what else? Land. So last card in hand. Nothing too crazy. I'm gonna Baffling End this. Lanorel's this. And maybe their last card's like Rekindling Phoenix or something. Night the Ebon Legion. Okay, I can deputy that. Feels good. Going to... The last card's got to either just be a removal spell or a 4-drop. And my money's on a 4-drop here because they're not casting anything. Dreadhorde Butcher. Well, that's actually not big. Not a big deal. Just gonna go ahead and play Lanorels and Paradise Druid. The next turn we can play Voracious for a bunch. Maybe they drew a Legion's End. I don't know. They've already played at least 2 or thrown away at least 2. There it is. Get that one out of the way. Maybe they drew another 4-drop they want to play or a removal spell. I don't know. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4. For 7. Let's fight. I don't know if that's entirely necessary to fight. I could just made this thing huge, but if they have a removal, I don't want to mess with that. Guess I'll attack. Doesn't look like they have anything instant speed for removal. Maybe the last card's just another Phoenix. Rixmati. Okay, draw a card basically for free. Another Phoenix. Man, that's tough. Oh, Deputy's a sick draw though. I'm gonna swing everything. They can eat Lanorels, but they're taking 9. And that's a 2-turn clock. Deputy clutch draws yet again. Ooh, they have removal though, I'm sensing. They must. Nope, maybe nothing. They passed. They definitely clicked through. All right, sweet, we got it. Woo, baby, go look at us go. Still in the night. We've won several games. We keep going down in rank. I don't know how that works. Anyway, guys, we went 3-2, I believe, with this deck. This is Bant Ramp. This is straight out of MTG Goldfish. I'll leave the link down below so you guys can check it out after you're done with the video. And maybe you can try it out for yourself. Let me know what you guys thought. Again, leave the comments down below. If you liked the video, give me a thumbs up. If you didn't like it, thumbs down, whatever. If you want to subscribe so you can see more videos in your timeline or in your feed, definitely hit that subscribe button, ring that bell so you get the notifications, and we'll catch you in the next video. And you can also catch me live over on Twitch, the True_X MTG channel. I'll leave a link for that as well down below, so you can catch me playing all this stuff live. We play Magic 3-4 days a week, usually Wednesday through Saturday, playing all kinds of standard decks, best of 3 for the most part. Overall, what I thought about this deck, I guess I should do a brief parting thoughts. This deck seemed pretty powerful. I think I would like more in just the top end sort of thing. Like I wouldn't mind like maybe like a main deck mass manipulation, or I could see playing something along the lines of a lot of decks I've seen play. Trostani's kind of a nice one as a good, just, you know, make your dorks actually relevant in the late game. So I could see that as well. But overall, this deck seems pretty powerful. I'm expecting to see a lot more of it on the ladder, and I'm sure you can as well. So final thoughts, I think the deck is good. Give it a go and do all the things I said before, and I'll catch y'all in the next one. Will signing off. That was terrible. Will signing off. Later, guys.